How old are we?
I said a joke. Should I
She tell a joke?
What's happening?
It's like a picture, so like a still.
Oh.
Act normal.
I can't.
I can't.
I'm not a pro like you.
Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. So come home.
Right. I always clap before I start. Clap with me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I just hit you in the face. 1. Oh no, that wasn't
a
in
good
time.
clap.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I know I haven't filmed a video in ages. I think it's been like nearly 2 weeks. Really sorry about that. I've been super busy and just, you know, doing stuff. But today I have a special video, so you're obviously gonna notice that I've got someone with me today. Although you probably wouldn't guess, because we look nothing alike, this is in fact my mother, my mum Jo. Say hello.
Hello. I am her birth mother. I'm not, you know, an adoptive mother.
No, I know, we look nothing alike at all. And obviously I'm in a different background to usual. This is my mum's room, my mum and dad's room. Today is a very special day. It is exactly 8 years since I had a kidney transplant. And for those of you who don't know, my donor was in fact my mum. So I have my mum's kidney.
I want it back.
Don't be weird, just act normal. What is wrong with you?
I'm not a YouTuber, am I?
Neither am I yet.
No.
Today's video, I thought it would be nice to chat to my mum, to talk a little bit about the day, you know, how we each remember it. She was in a different hospital to me when she had her kidney removed, and then it was transported across London to the children's hospital where I was, and obviously put inside me. I think whoever wins the competition of who was most stressed in that day, I think it would be Dad. Because he had to deal with his wife and his daughter both being under general anaesthetic and both having very serious operations. But he's not here right now. We're going to talk to you about your experiences. Fun fact, we had our kidney swap, as we like to call it, on the day of the opening ceremony of the London Olympics. So I'll insert a picture here, but I actually for some reason had a picture with the Olympic torch the morning of. So
Obviously before you went down to surgery.
well, yeah, before I went down to surgery and I was waiting for Mum's kidney to be removed. One of the Olympic torch carriers came to the hospital and I had a picture with them. But yeah, first and foremost, when I was on dialysis, was it always something that you thought about, like donating a kidney to me?
I think it was always in the back of my mind, but we always hoped that your other kidneys would pick up and work again, so you know, we didn't really want you to have another transplant, but yeah, as soon as we knew that that wasn't going to happen, then we obviously, Daddy and I both volunteered, as it were, but only my kidneys were suitable, obviously, because they're best.
Was it, I'm guessing, sort of like a snap decision for you? You didn't have to think about
No,
it?
of course not.
Yeah.
I don't think any parent would really.
For people who might be interested in donating an organ, what was the process from the moment that you found out that your kidney was a suitable match for me?
Well, first I have to do blood tests to make sure that your kidney is a suitable match, and then there's loads and loads of tests, so you have to go through, you know, kidney scans, loads of other scans, and also they scan you for, you know, cursory scan to make sure you haven't got cancer, because obviously you wouldn't want somebody to have a diseased organ transplanted into them. So I remember going to Guy's Hospital and had loads of tests all in one day, and I was sort of shunted around from loads of different departments. And then once that was all over and they were all fine, you then have to have a psychological assessment
Really?
So, yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
You did. You came with me. You weren't in the.
No, but I
went to go
don't
and see a
think I
psychiatrist.
didn't remember that.
Yeah, you do.
So what are they assessing?
Oh no, I know what it was. With you, we had to go up and you had to speak to somebody and to make sure that you hadn't put any pressure on me. Do you remember that?
How do I not remember that?
Yeah, you did, and I had to go in and say that nobody put pressure on me to give you my kidney. Don't you remember that?
No.
Yeah, they have to, as part of the protocol, they still have to do it.
Yeah, well, I forgot that, so that's an interesting fact for you.
So, which
And
I
then
obviously passed with flying colours. Then we were just waiting for a date.
fast forward just before the kidney transplant. So the morning of my transplant, I had my last session of dialysis, which, if you don't know, is a process where they basically clean out your blood for you on behalf of the kidneys, because that's what the kidneys are supposed to do, and mine weren't doing that properly. So what was your thought process that morning?
Oh, just wanted to get on with it, actually. Yeah, I wasn't really frightened or anything. I was just, yeah, you know, and it was all really smooth. I just went in, the surgeon came round, marked up which side my kidney was coming out of, which was the left on me.
So you went down,
Yeah.
Dad was with you.
Yeah, he didn't go down with me.
Did he not?
No,
Only because
no.
in adults you don't get
No.
someone to come down
No.
with you.
There you go.
We're making a
Speaking of the
film.
devil, Dad, come here.
Seriously?
Come say hi. This is my dad, Vass. He was the one who had to deal with all of this on that day.
Hi guys.
What was it like for you? Nightmare? No, got nothing to say. Okay, go away then. So, where were we?
I'd just gone down to theatre.
Yeah, so you've just gone down to theatre.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm at the Evelina having my dialysis. And I'm very worried at this point. I remember waiting and waiting and waiting for the moment that they were going to say, you're ready, the kidney's ready, we're ready to take you down. But I had a really weird and surreal morning.
Oh, you did, didn't
Because
you?
I was asked to cut a ribbon. What was it for?
There was a viewing thing for the Olympics.
There
wasn't
was
it?
there was a viewing platform, because the Evelina Children's Hospital is right on the Westminster South. Is it the South Bank?
Of the
So
Thames.
it looks over across to the House of Parliament. It's got a brilliant view of London. So they were opening like a viewing platform for the Olympics, and they'd asked me to cut the ribbon.
Yeah.
Was this before or after they knew that I was having my kidney transplant that
It must have
day?
been before.
Surely.
Probably
Anyway,
why they asked
you know, I never miss a show. So as soon as Dad arrived, we went down. I cut that ribbon in front of loads of people. We had a bit of a celebration, I guess. I couldn't eat or drink or anything because I was going to go for surgery. And then I remember just going back upstairs to the ward and lying on the bed and just waiting and waiting and waiting for, you know, the call. I remember being really, really anxious. And then it finally came, and...
I think my kidney took a while to come out, actually.
Did it?
Yeah, there was something to do with the plumbing. I think I had an extra artery or something, or
Oh.
extra vein, and it took a bit longer. So.
Yeah.
So I know I'd been down for about 6 hours.
Yeah, and
so-
I remember us waiting longer than they said that
Yeah.
we might.
Yeah.
But 6 hours is a long op.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was long. It was long. The first thing I said when I came round was the kidney okay? Because you never know.
The doctor told me that as soon as they connected it, it started producing urine.
Aww.
I know,
It's
and
a
that's
great
how we
kidney.
knew that it was a good kidney.
It's a great
I mean,
kidney.
you've got brilliant kidney function, and now I've got brilliant kidney function.
Yes, sir.
My kidney function is, quoting my doctor, as good as someone who has never had kidney problems or never had a transplant. And
That's very rare.
that is very rare, isn't it?
Yeah.
So thank you
You're welcome.
for that.
You're
It's
very welcome.
a very treasured
Just
gift.
look after it, please.
I will. So let's talk about afterwards, the after effects of the operation. What were they for you?
Well, my sort of most vivid memory is lying in bed after the operation, I should explain that the operation I had was what they call a hand-assisted laparoscopy, which means that they'd used a laparoscope, and I had a small incision in my lower abdomen, about the same place that you'd have a caesarean scar, and and then just one scar here and one scar lower down. So it's not. It doesn't sound like a huge operation. They sort of get the kidney out through this small incision, but to do that they have to blow your stomach up, like they do in any abdominal surgery. So I was very bloated, and obviously it was quite painful.
I mean, you need to be honest about these things.
Yeah. No, it was. Actually, well, the night I had the operation, as I was going to say, my most vivid memory was lying in bed, sort of a little bit high on morphine, not going to lie, watching the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games, which was just amazing, really, to lie there. And yeah, I'm just sort of floating in and out of, not consciousness, but sleep. And just, so I think that night I wasn't too bad. It was the next day I felt really poorly, and I was quite sick because I don't like morphine, it doesn't agree with me.
Yeah.
So, but to be really honest with you, I was off the morphine, but I think by day 3 I was off the morphine and just on sort of alternative strong painkillers, maybe even paracetamol. And then, day 3 I got up and had a shower. I think it was day 3. And then I was allowed home, which was amazing.
And then you came to see me.
Yeah.
Because I had to stay a bit longer.
Yeah.
They had to make sure that I was drinking low, so I was having to drink like more than 3 litres a day. And when you're on dialysis, you're really limited and restricted as to what you can drink. So I don't know what my limit was, but it was probably less than a litre.
I think it was 1200.
Was it 1200?
Yeah.
Which, so that's like 1 litre, 0.2, which you would think is a lot, but it's not. That's nothing. And it was so hard to be fluid restricted because all you wanted to do was drink. And then as soon as you get the kidney, all they say to you is drink, drink, drink. Drink 3 litres a day, constantly going on at you drinking. And it was such a change, and I found it so hard. But I have adapted to it a bit more now. You don't think I drink? I drink.
I do.
I just drink a lot in the evening. That's when I have my drink.
8 years on, I'm still saying to you, have you drunk enough today?
And I say yes most of the time. Thank you very much. I think lastly, it hasn't had any long-term effects.
Not on me, definitely not.
And are you pleased that you did it?
Oh my God, yeah. It's the best thing I've ever done in my life, definitely. I'm not just saying that. It's to really be able to make such a difference to somebody that you love is amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
Because you said to me before that when I was ill previously, like with my heart failure and stuff, there was technically nothing that you could have done.
Never.
You can't give a heart. So.
No, and you feel really helpless, and then suddenly to have something really tangible to be able to do.
Oh God, yeah.
Any parent I'm sure would do the same. And actually, kidneys are a no-brainer for me, and it was, I was very lucky. It's not as smooth for everybody all the time, but it was so smooth, and I was back to normal. I think 2 weeks after we had the transplant, it was your birthday, and we went into town, didn't we?
So it just shows that we both recovered really quickly. I mean, it's not the same for everybody, especially once you've had a transplant. Like, I'm so lucky that it was such a good kidney that literally as soon as they put it in, it started producing urine. And it was almost like I woke up and I had energy and I was alive and I had colour in my face. And then 10 days later we went to M&M World because it was my birthday.
Yeah.
And, I was that well, like after major surgery, that I was allowed out so soon after.
Yeah. And we went out for dinner that night, didn't we, as well?
Do you want to not the camera?
Sorry.
I think in terms of, for me, I know I asked you before, and I said that you saved my life, and you said that you didn't think that you did. Can you just explain why you don't think you did? And then I'll explain why I think you did.
Well, I didn't save your life. It's not like... I think I did something life-changing for you, but I think there's a difference between that and saving your life because, if I hadn't done it, there's a possibility somebody else would have been able to, and you could have survived for a certain amount of time on dialysis, and people do survive for a long time on dialysis. So, in the true sense of the phrase, I don't think I saved your life, but I do think it was obviously life-changing for you.
I think you did because, you say like in the true sense of the meaning, I guess that means like saving someone from death, but it doesn't always have to mean that. but it doesn't always have to mean that. For me, you know, I was a teenage girl. I was almost tied to the dialysis machine. I know I wasn't on it every day, but I would have to miss school all the time. I couldn't do things like swim, which I absolutely love to do. I couldn't be away from the vicinity of the hospital for more than
3 days was the longest.
3 days was the longest, and that took a lot of preparation, special dialysis, and like, you know, so I couldn't have gone on holiday, definitely couldn't have gone abroad. And obviously since then, I've gone to university, which would have been a massive problem. I mean, how would that have worked?
Don't know. I'm sure people do.
Yeah, I'm sure people do, and if you're one of those people, please let me know, because I'd be so interested to find out. I possibly would have had to go on to home dialysis. You know, I would have needed a fistula eventually, I think. And I think, you know, in that sense, you did save me. You saved me from a life that could potentially have been really constrained and really hard and isolating. And I think you saved me from that life, you know, because I think I'm a different person now.
I'm sure you are.
I think so.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It's a lovely kidney.
Aww.
And I'm
It's a lovely kidney.
very
I
proud.
love mine too.
I'm very proud of my mummy
Aww.
for what she did, for going through that for me. And yeah, so I just wanted to introduce you to Jojo. As it is our special day today, we call it the Kidneyversary. 8 years, so that's a very long time. That's nearly a decade, and that's mental. Does it feel like that long for you?
Yeah, I think it probably feels
Does it?
longer almost.
I mean, there's a lot of water under the bridge since then.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably thought that was the last thing that was going to happen, but since then, I've had foot surgery, I've learned to walk again, I've had brain tumours, spinal tumours, brain surgery, radiotherapy, and the worst of all, I've had to do a dissertation.
Yeah, that was. Do you know what?
That was probably
on a
caused
scale
a
of 1
family.
to 10. That was probably more stressful.
That probably
than
caused the
all of
family
it.
the most agony out of everything.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
Well, it's done now.
Yay!
Woo!
And she's graduating.
And I'm
on
unemployed.
Thursday. She's unemployed. Give her a job somewhere.
Yeah, so that's today's video. I just thought it'd be nice for you to meet my mother. And yeah, I will try and post more frequently in the future because it's really bad of me to leave at 13 days. So yeah, and I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Hi guys, so just a quick message after that video. There is a continual shortage of donor organs, and there are over 6,000 people waiting on the transplant list, waiting for various organs, and there are just simply not enough organs to go round. I was very lucky that I got mine, but other people aren't as lucky as I am. Especially people in BAME communities and of ethnic minorities, because less people donate from those communities and therefore less people receive organs. But overall there isn't enough to go around, and I would really encourage going to the NHS organ donation website and recording your decision that you would like to be a donor. And you know, if my mum has inspired you, you can altruistically donate your kidneys, which would mean, your single kidney, which would mean that you give a kidney to somebody on the waiting list that you don't know. It's an amazing act of kindness. Anyone can do it as long as they've got healthy organs. But yeah, so if you are interested and you are thinking about your decision to donate, I will leave the link to the website below, so please go and check it out and make sure that you record your decision, because, you know, we really need these organs. There are so many people who are waiting for them, and you could save a life. You could save a life. So yeah, the link's below. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Oh, Cecilia.